Okay, lesson 53. The first thing you need to know is on page 353 in your book are some unit conversions. If there's any of those you do not already have memorized, you need to memorize them. But we'll just do one quick example here. I think this is quite repetitive. I think you already know. I just don't know how much experience you have from going from liters to cubic inches. Okay, so if we have 55 liters and we want to go to cubic inches, and I have 55 liters, and we're going to just simply use the conversion that they give you on that page, which is 1 liter is 1,000. The cc means cubic inches. I'm sorry, it means cubic centimeters. I'm sorry. Like this. Okay, and I want to go to inches. So, now this liters is not cubed. Okay? It's just 1 liter is 1,000 cubic centimeters. So I'm going to go from centimeters to inches. And I know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So in order to get this cubed, in order to cancel with that, I'm going to cube this, which means I've got to cube everything on this fraction. So I've then gotten rid of those. Okay, my liters have canceled them back to inches now. So 55 times 1,000, and it's inches cubed, over 2.54 cubed. Okay? All right. Now, the main thing we want to talk about today is this angular velocity. First of all, it measures the rate of rotation of an object. So not like going down a street, but going around in a circle, rotations. So the units that you typically see with this is like degrees per second, degrees per minute, radians per minute. Radian is, another way to measure an angle. And revolutions per second. That's what this one is. So we have this formula, V equals R omega. Linear velocity is V, angular velocity is the omega, and the R stands for radius. Now this is very important. Omega has to be in radians per unit time. So if you have it like in degrees or something, you got to change it. Okay? So this means linear velocity equals radius times angular velocity. So I'll put you a note right here. If angular velocity is given in revolutions per unit time or degrees per unit time, you need to change the revolutions or degrees to radians before you can finish your calculation. So let's just look at an example in the book. 53.2. Okay, it says a wheel of a wagon has a radius of 14 inches and is revolving at 40 revolutions per minute. How fast is it moving in miles per hour? So first of all, what do they give us? They said the radius is 14 inches. They said it's revolving. Remember, if it's revolving, that's angular velocity. So that means omega is 40 revolutions per minute. And it says how fast is it moving in miles per hour. So that's a linear type of measurement. So it's linear velocity. So V is what I'm going to find. So write down your formula. V equals R omega. I want to find V, so I don't have that, so put it down. My radius is 14 inches. My omega is 40 revolutions per minute. Now, the unit that I have here is inches times revolutions over minutes. I want it to be, according to the question, I want it to be in miles per hour. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is change my inches to miles. Okay, so I'm going to move over this way a little bit. This is what they gave us. So V equals 14 inches times 40 revolutions per minute, and I need to multiply that by, so I'm going to go from inches to feet, feet to miles. Okay, so 1 foot is 12 inches. That gets rid of my inches. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So now I'm in miles. Now I need to get it to hours. Now I'm in revolutions, so I got to take care of that too. Okay, so my revolutions, remember, I can't leave it in revolutions. It's got to be in radians. So I know one revolution around the circle is 2 pi radians. So I can say 1 revolution is 2 pi radians. So take care of that. Now, I've got to have miles. I got that. I got to have hours. So put the minutes here and hours here. Then the minutes will cancel. 1 hour is 60 minutes. Now, you're probably wondering what happened to the radians, right? Well, the radians just became miles. Don't worry about it. The radians are either there or they're gone, depending on if you're changing it to linear or something that's rotational. So our answer is 14 times 40 times 2 pi times 60. On the bottom is 12 times 5,280. And we have miles per hour. Leave the radians off because you're in miles now. Okay? And I think you can get it from there.